Welcome back. All right, so we're going to review the matinee games. Currently, the first period between Vegas and Florida is going on, but this is the only chance I'm going to get to do this prior to getting very busy at 4 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Eastern, when a bunch of games are getting started. It is raining a lot outside. Like a lot, a lot, a lot. So if you see it in the weather and you're like, oh, isn't that where THG is? Yep, we're getting absolutely just saturated with rain. All right. We'll start things off with Tampa Bay and Ottawa. This isn't supposed to arrive till November. This is a bad omen. Anyways, Vasilevsky versus Forsberg in this earliest start of the day. There's an early power play for Ottawa. It becomes a minute and 21 seconds of 5-on-3, and they score on it. Batherson. It was a good cycle. He buries the one-timer. Giroux and Sanderson with the assists at a minute and 50 seconds. It's 1-0 Ottawa. Bolts kill off the 5-on-4. Kucherov's then denied on a rush. Paul DeHagel near miss. The Bolts come out of that with a power play. That's killed off. Just the one shot on net. The shots are 3-2 Ottawa at 8 minutes. The Sens then get some pressure at the half. We go a long stretch without a whistle. And then on a rush, Norris buries one from the slot. It was only the fifth shot on net for Ottawa. It's their second goal. That's at 13-19 of the first period. Giroux and Batherson with the assists on that one. So Giroux with a couple of helpers in the first period. The Sens then draw a power play. That's killed off. 2 shots on net during that. More pressure by the Senators after that. They're kept to the outside. And they also press to close it out. So excellent first period for Ottawa. Not a ton of shots on net. Only 8. 2 of them go in. And they're up 2-0 after the first. Second period, there's an early press by the Sens, but Tampa Bay would fight their way back into this. Kucherov with his 7th goal. It's only his 4th game of the season. 7 goals. McDonough and Chernak with the assists at 159. That's a one-timer from the right circle. Sens look to respond. Pretty strong forechecking by Tampa Bay at this stage of the game. The fans call one, the referee does not. Senators press at 6 minutes. Shots are 4-2 Tampa, 7 minutes in. Girgensons is denied from the slot, and then at 10:38, on a rush from in close, Nick Paul scores against his former team, Cirelli and Hagel, with the assists on that one. Paul nearly adds another, but then Batherson steals one and kind of goes around Vasilevsky and puts it in at 13:20 to put Ottawa back in the lead, 3-2. Stützle's then denied on a turnover. The Sens press with 3 minutes left, but Gensel gets his first goal as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. He scores from point and Kucherov at 18:13, top corner snipe there. But the Sens get a power play and at 18:56, so within a minute of Tampa Bay getting the lead back, or at least tying the game, I should say, Ottawa gets the lead back. Tkachuk buries one in close on the power play from Sanderson and Stützle. So Sanderson with a couple of helpers today, and so it's 4-3 in favor of Ottawa after 2. Third period, early press by the Sens. Batherson has a rush chance. That's held. We get a power play for Tampa. Pretty chippy game. A lot of punching in that third period. We get 48 seconds of 5-on-3 in the midst of a scrum there. But just after the 5-on-3's done, Gregor buries one on a two-handed, or a 2-on-1 rush short-handed. Pinto with the assist at 6:16, and then the Sens finish the kill. So that puts them up by 2, but at 8:09, Chaffee buries one in close. Perbix and Cirelli with the assists. Ottawa would get a power play. That's killed off. Just the one shot on net, but it burns 2 minutes off the clock. Goalie pull happens with 2:05 left. There were opportunities, but Ottawa does hold on. They win 5-4. It feels like this is a big win for Ottawa. They go to 3-2 on the season. Tampa Bay no longer undefeated. They are 3-1. Shots on net, 8-6 Ottawa in the first, 13-12 Ottawa in the second, 11-7 Tampa in the third. Final shots 29-28 for the Bolts. Power plays Tampa Bay 0-3, Ottawa 2-5. The hits 30-15 in favor of Ottawa. Vasilevsky saved 23 out of 28. Forsberg 25 saves on 29 shots. So they win without Ullmark again. These are key because Ullmark's going to come back, I would think, soon. I don't know. The reporting's been all over on it. We'll see. But once he comes back, you have to think things are going to get better for Ottawa. And they're already not bad. All right, next up. Detroit and Nashville. Detroit's pretty good against Nashville. That's what we found out. Nashville can get shots on Detroit. They can't score very readily against Detroit, though. So it's Lyon versus Saros. Tarasenko has a slot shot kicked aside, but that's the only shot for Detroit early. The shots are 2-1 Nashville, 2.5 minutes in. The Wings press at 3 minutes. Carrier can't bury one in close. Things are pushy on an offside. There's some emotions. These teams have seen each other once already. They're kind of tired of each other already. So Shen, Goes posting in from the point. O'Reilly and Nyquist with the assists at 8:48. So Luke Shen, not too long after his 1,000th game, gets a goal. The Wings look to respond. The Preds score, but there's an offside challenge. So, yep, that one comes off the board. And it felt like that was a momentum swing. Confer fires one high on a rush, and then on a turnover, Tarasenko buries one 5-hole at 13:29. Berggren and Kasper with the assist. That's Marco Kasper's first NHL point. Pretty strong finish for the Wings, too. Again, once that offside goal was called back on Nashville, the game kind of changed. It's 1-1 after the first. Second period, early press by Nashville, but the Wings would draw a power play, and they score on it at 3:17. Larkin puts a rebound into the net. DeBrincat and Kane with the assists. Wings go back to the power play. Nashville kills that one off. Shots are 4-3 Detroit at 8.5 minutes. The Wings would press with 8 minutes left. Things are pushy and punchy on a hold by Lions, so the referee says, fine, I'll take one of each to the box. Press by Nashville with 3.5 minutes left. A lot of violence on a hold by Lion. Do not poke at Lion. I guess don't poke the Lion, right? Yeah, so that's with 3:08 left. The Wings come out of that with a power play. There's a shorthanded crossbar and out for Yossi. We end up with 24 seconds of 4-on-4, and then there's penalties that happen. We end up with 1 minute and 34 seconds of 5-on-3 for Nashville. So to start the third period, there's 30 seconds of 5-on-3 left for Nashville. They would score, but just after the 5-on-3 was done, Stamkos with a 5-on-4 power play goal from Forsberg and Marchessault. So Stamkos finally gets his first goal in Nashville. We'll see if that gets things going for him. It's 2-2 at that stage of the third period. The Wings press at 2 minutes, and then at 3:29, Kopp with one that kind of trickles through Saros. It takes some bounces on the way. Veleno and Fisher with the assist there, so Detroit gets their lead back. Wings press for another, but the shots are 6-2 for the Preds at 5.5 minutes. Raymond has a rush chance, that's saved. Shots are 12-3 for Nashville with 8 minutes left. Carrier has a slot shot, that's held. There's a press by Nashville with 4.5 minutes left. Near miss by Kasper on a 2-on-1 rush. The goalie pull happens with 2:09 left. The Nashville Predators call a timeout. Edmondson hits the empty net at 18:43 to make it a 4-2 game. They would pull the goaltender again, and at 19:18, Andrew Kopp gets his second of the game, this one into the empty net. Rasmussen with the assist, and so Detroit wins 5-2. They go to 2-3 with the win. Nashville's 0-5 to start the season. It has been a nightmare beginning to the season for them. Shots on net, 11 apiece in the first, 12-6 Nashville in the second, 16-7 Nashville in the third. Final shots, 39-24 for Nashville. Yeah, there's going to have to be a Nashville video, isn't there? Either tomorrow or on Monday. Power plays, 1 for 3 for Detroit, 1 for 2 for Nashville. The hits, 27-25 for the Preds. Lions saves 37 out of 39. He was very good. Saros saves 19 out of 22 at the other end. And the last game that's been played to this point in the matinee era of the Saturday games, we have Edmonton and Dallas. Don't let the score fool you. Edmonton controlled large swaths of this game, but could not get the goal they needed. So it's Skinner versus Ottinger. Good early back and forth. The only shot on net was by Edmonton three minutes in. They get some pressure 4 minutes in. Really, it was all Edmonton in that first period. Shots are 2-1 in their favor 7 minutes into the period. Pretty heavy pressure by the Oilers 8 minutes in, and Ottinger's the one keeping this scoreless. The Stars are in completely, just neutral. Just there's no gear past neutral. Maybe first gear, maybe, but the Oilers were in at least third, maybe fourth gear. So either way, Ottinger was pretty sharp. The Oilers pressed with 9 minutes left. McDavid's denied. It's all Oilers. Duchesne has a rush chance that's blocked out. Blackwell's denied on a rush with 1:14 left. The Oilers get a power play. So it is scoreless after the first. That power play rolls into the second period. Dallas finishes the kill. 2 shots on that power play for the Oilers. The Oilers, usually lethal on the power play, have not been lethal so far this year. The Oilers continuing to control the game. Podkolzin has a net drive. That's defended. The shots are 4-2 Edmonton at 4.5 minutes. There's a near miss for McDavid as the Oilers press. The Stars get pinned down. Ottinger holds. Johnston fires one high on a rush. There were 4 shots for Dallas halfway through this game. 4. In 30 minutes of play, they had 4. This was the Jake Ottinger versus everybody show up until that point. There's a blocker save on Stankoven. Things get pushy and punchy and a hold by Skinner. And it's like Dallas turned on a switch halfway through the period. Like, all right, we've sat back long enough. Like the rope-a-dope or something. Johnston, Kentberry, one and close. We get a power play for the Oilers. That's killed off. Stars press are kept to the outside, and then with 28.9 seconds left, Stars get a power play. Now, their power play has struggled. You get away from that struggle by scoring right off the faceoff to start the power play, which Duchesne does from Hintz at 1934. So in a game that I felt like Dallas had been outplayed for 30 of the 40 minutes, Dallas is ahead 1-0 after 2. Third period, Dodonov has a 3-on-2 chance that's held. The teams exchange rushes. Hyman's denied and close. He had a lot of really good opportunities today. Zach Hyman remains at all zeros. No goals, no assists, but he had opportunities today. It's going to start going in. It's just a matter of when. Bork whiffs on an open net. Shots are 4-2 for Dallas at 7 minutes. Ekholm has a wraparound attempt. That's saved and held. Marchment then had a one-timer at the other end. That was held as well. Goalie duel here. Oilers press with 9 minutes left, but on a rush at 12:06, Duchesne scores from Marchment and Blackwell. That makes it 2-0. And then at 13:16, Hintz roofs one in close. Stankoven and Robertson with the assists. So it is now 3-0 for Dallas. The score does not tell you how the game went at all. Oilers press with 3.5 minutes left. I thought the Oilers had a decent third period, to be honest. Goalie pull happens with 3:10 left, and eventually the Oilers score because 6-on-5 and all that. Draisaitl gets this one from Nugent Hopkins and McDavid at 17:38 on a tic-tac-toe play. So the shutout is out of play for Ottinger. No Tony the Tiger Magnet. No 80s Magnet either. None of the games qualified today. Not yet, anyways. So then they pull the goalie again, and at 18:01, Robertson hits the empty net. Stankoven with another helper, and Hintz with the assist. Stankoven's going to have like 100 assists this year. Things are pushy at the horn, but in the end, Dallas wins 4-1. They go to 5-1 on the season, and the Oilers 2-4 with the loss. So frustrating loss for the Oilers. Look at the shots in this. Shots are 11-2 Edmonton in the first, 10-9 Edmonton in the second, 13-10 Dallas in the third. Dallas woke up halfway through this. Final shots 31-24 in favor of the Oilers. Power plays Edmonton 0-2, Dallas 1-1. Your hits 23-10 for Dallas. I assume a lot of those in the first half of the game because they never had the puck. Skinner 20 saves on 23 shots. Ottinger worth every penny. 30 saves on 31 shots for Otter today. And so Dallas gets the win. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding today's games thus far. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.